Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, dudes? Welcome. Welcome. Hey, what's up, buddy? Crazy games today, man. Crazy games today. I found a new trading market when the market's dead. Nice. You sharing this or you keeping it close to your chest, buddy? Dude, I feel so bad for Mexico, man. Tragic to go out that way. Hey, they'll be back next year, though. I think they'll have a way better team next year, though. We'll see, though. I think their current squad's aging. They got some players that are good that are... medium age sounds wrong, but... not too old, not too young. Give them some time. They'll be back in 4 years. Wait, how long did I say? Didn't I say 4 years? Basically, gold rare cards with shadows sell for 1.2 plus, so sniping them for 1k and less. Nice. Do you sell for the lowest buy now then, or do you lazy list with it typically? Flair, what's up, buddy? Finished swaps to do the 84 plus times 3. So we did the 3 84 plus times 20s yesterday. If you guys wanted to see one of the icons we got out of it, literally thought we got Cruyff. Feel free to take a look at our video for today, our YouTube short. Let me post the how to grind to 70 pluses because I still think we have one more day, right? If not, I can remove the link. But if you guys want to know how to grind these 70 pluses, we're going to be doing some of those today. We're going to be playing some swap games. We're going to be working towards the final 10 swaps of the 84 plus times 20. We've done the 82 plus times 20. We've done the 3 times 84 plus times 20. Now we just need that final one. Position change, lazy listing, so I haven't got room to sell for the cheapest. What price are positions right now? If they drop under a K again, I'll probably pick some up. It just wrecks the market for me when I saw them at, what, 700 coins weeks ago? Yeah, Burkhead, bro. Low-key, I was thinking about it. Low-key, I was thinking about it. When the center forward popped up, I was going to, like, jump out of my chair and go celebrate. And then if I would have came back, it wouldn't have been Cruyff. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Although it probably would have made for a better video. One of my TikToks I posted yesterday got 300K TikTok. Be crazy. Dude, TikTok is insane, man. Especially when you post like you do. Like, they love the edit stuff. People love the edit stuff on TikTok. Let me see if I can find it. Flare foot. That's a sick challenge, man. Is that a new YouTube video as well? "20 meters on the 60-meter line makes sense." Are you on TikTok? Yeah, my TikTok's mumbo elite. Your country's out? What country is yours, Fun Talks? Here's my first TikTok. That was a separate video. Dude, can we talk about something real quick? Hold on. I need to rant real quick. So I got an issue with EA. All right. We have gone now through almost all 3 of the games for each team in each group. We're going to be wrapping up this week and then getting ready for the round of 16. Can someone explain to me how we've gone this long in the promo and we've barely got any SBC players for people who are in the World Cup in the sense of World Cup cards? And when they do them, think about the World Cup for the United States. Let's say you're a United States fan. Okay? You ready for this? Who are you cheering on? You got Captain America, who scored the goal with his balls, who could potentially get a man of the match. You got Tyler Adams, who's been dominant in every single game they've played. You've got Weston McKennie, who's been playing out of his mind as well. And who do they go with for an SBC? They go with the worst player on the team. Zimmerman, man. I don't hate Zimmerman. I don't love him. I'm hit or miss on him. Because as the center back, I got to respect him. Center back in the World Cup, I get there's pressure on you. I don't think he's on the level to be a starting center back, man. I really don't. If a European club wants to pick him up and he has better competition throughout the weeks, maybe next World Cup, he could be that person, but shouldn't have been starting in my opinion. But it's like, they'll throw this down. There were so many more opportunities for better cards they could have given, but they could have did this for like every game. Imagine like a Saudi Arabia card for when they beat Argentina. Imagine Argentina won when they won against Mexico. Like they had so many opportunities and they just refused to do it, man. It's so frustrating, bro. Your country is Poland? Hey. Where is it? Dobra Glapolsko. Dobra Glapolsko. Jess, how's it going? So has to be a record for the amount of streams I've been into? Yeah, it has to be. That's crazy. Welcome back. Hey, don't get it twisted, though. The next World Cup, things are going to look a lot different for a lot of different teams. Next World Cup's going to be different. Hosted in the Americas, you got Canada, United States, Mexico. I don't think Europe's ready, man. Todos somos mejores que Europa. Asia's getting better. Africa's getting better. South America's been good. We're up against France next? Yeah. That's why you said you're out of the tournament. I get it now. Yeah. I was looking at the bracket. I'm actually happy that the United States got second because we don't have to face France. We have to face Netherlands. That's going to be a very hard game. I think Netherlands will win, but I obviously want the United States to. It's just crazy, though. Because England, if they want to get far, they have to play France eventually. They got Senegal first, which I think is personally a winnable game if Southgate plays a good lineup. But knowing him, he's probably not gonna. He's probably not gonna. And speaking about Ghana, you guys excited for that game? I think Netherlands is beatable, but I think they're going to be a challenge. United States' biggest problem is we don't have a striker. We have people who can play striker. We don't have a striker, meaning we don't have a goal scorer consistently in that up front position. If we had that, things would look way different, in my opinion. Got 3,000 players on the club, 50K liquid, no golds, and I need to craft about 578 pluses. Try to pack Winalum on my untradeable first owner RTG. Get going, buddy. Start selling some stuff. You're running out of time, man. Good evening. Good evening, buddy. How we doing? How we doing? Dude, these 70 pluses are trash, man. They're so bad. We didn't get a Winalum, but we got literally every trash thing possible. You know what? We could put... Hold on. We could put Dempsey in at striker. We could get Captain America then at left mid. Could get Donovan at right mid. Get Zimmerman at center back. Put Campos in goal. Thoughts? Or we keep Donnarumma in goal. We get Zimmerman here. We play Dempsey up top. We don't even need Captain America, aka Pulisic. But Pulisic would get Chem because he's Prem. Dude, there's so many options, man. All right, let's keep grinding. We need to. Nesta's OP. I can't wait to use them for next weekend league if they're gonna actually do a weekend league this time. Low key though, you know what? I talk crap saying the 84 golds was a bad idea. I still think it's a bad idea. I still think they could do way better. But from what I've seen, and it's not everyone, but a lot of people have been getting decent rewards out of that. So I think if I play to 2 wins again, really shouldn't be a problem. What are common golds right now? Does anyone know? They back down. Dude, is that glitch real? No shot they did that. EA, you bunch of scum. Look at that. Every time you back out and go back after you search something, it makes you re-put in your stuff. What losers. What losers, man. Heard the 84 plus times 20 have been nerfed though. I feel like mine was good fodder, but in general was bad. Like I saw people get banging packs, and obviously the bias is going to be you're always going to see the people getting banging packs. But still, it's a very frustrating process. Everyone's going to be on these two. Dang it. Dude, what is EA up to, man? We're sorry we couldn't. Oh my gosh! EA! Let me do menus. You don't bring League SBCs yet. Most of your repeatables are trash and you make the pack weight horrible. I try to do 2 filters. Now I'm flipping dinosaurs. Come on. If I play swaps, you're going to kick me after playing so many games in an hour, even after you fixed it. Like, what do you want me to do? Let me be happy, man. So scared to sell silvers, though, now in case they might shoot up. That's why you can always just sell duplicates of whatever you're doing. So, like silver center backs. I'll show you silver center backs here in a second. We'll do silver center backs to pay for the common golds that we're putting in our club. That way we can just keep grinding. I got softman after 3 yesterday. Dude, they literally are making it almost impossible. I don't know who it was. I saw someone make a comment saying one of the reasons people think EA has made such crap content this year is since they're switching over to was it EAFC or whatever the new game's going to be for them, their version of FIFA, because they'll lose the FIFA rights if they do. There was a conspiracy saying they wanted it to be as crap as possible, so it put a bad taste in people's mouth when they hear the word FIFA, and that they'd try a new football game, aka the same FIFA, just under a different name. Hey! Matthews, we'll take that. We'll take a Nunez. Nepenthes promoted that idea first. I think I heard it from a different YouTuber, but it might have been someone copy and pasting whatever Nepenthes says. Help, I'm trying to organize a leaving party for me and my boyfriend before we move house. How can I help with that? I don't think I can do anything. Am I supposed to tell people to come over? Drop your address in chat. We'll have everyone in England show up. We'll have Pastor Fred at your doorstep. So many 82s, man. Crazy. All right, let's see. Specials. It's going to give me a million options here, isn't it? It's annoying it went away from me, though, when I switched to PS4. Okay, who do we chuck in? I'm never going to use Buchanan, but I feel like I need to, you know? Posh I'm never going to play with again. We could throw him in. Which would be better to do, the Hero SBC or the Icon? It honestly depends on your pack luck. The Hero SBC is going to be cheaper, so if you're buying it out, you could go that option. When it comes from the possibility of you getting something, tradable De Gea, I'll take that. GG. What was I saying? Sorry. Blanked out there for a sec. It's honestly going to be pack luck at the end of the day. I feel like both can be crap or both could be really good. How much is Gay going for? 850, okay. It's talking about the glitch where the market was resetting, by the way. Is it on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, you've noticed? Blake, what's up, buddy? For you, just PS5? Fancy doing my 84 times 20s right now? Yeah, sure. Do you want me to do the cover it up and go from right to left? Or do you just want to see it straight opened? I do want to do that, bud. For you, it's just PS5? Okay, so maybe I can go to the PS4 version and work. Up to the rest of the chat. What would you guys rather see? Would you guys rather see the 84 plus times 20 straight opened? Or would you rather see them slowly exposed? Straight open? I'm down for straight open. We'll give you time to do stuff with the fodder, though, if you want. We don't have to rush. Put an open one. Then go put it somewhere, or... Honestly, I'm honestly down just to watch you do it. Oh. Sam, what's up, buddy? Yeah, do your thing, man. I'm ready whenever. Come on. Icon! Aw. Still an icon. It could have been close to a good card, but not quite. Could be something behind here, though. Nice. Fodder FC, baby. One dupe. It's a Mason Mount. That is not bad. You still have icons. Oh, it's tradable too. GG. What a start, man. How about Zlat? Okay, walkout. It's going to be a gold. No shot. No shot. See! 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 Corona as well. Vamos. Jeez, man. I mean, he's fodder now, but still. W. Great time into the drone the stream? Absolutely, buddy. Abso-freaking-lutely. So it looks like he's taking care of the 85 rated team first. And then I think he's going to wait for the next 84 times 20 to potentially finish off the 87 with the higher rated stuff. One goal ruined it all for Mexicans' dreams? Not really. I think it was two. Because if they didn't concede that goal, they still would have lost, I think, on yellow cards, right? Because goal differential would have been the same. Was goals scored and goals allowed similar? Or what? And it'd have to go down to yellows or something? Either way, it was crazy ending. Everyone was standing around the Poland-Argentina game just waiting for the result. I was in the middle of working out. They had both the games up on there. Who was the other one? I can go back and check real quick. It was... Your duplicates were Gundogan, Schick, Kovacic, and Tielemans. I'm glad it didn't come down to that, though. Honestly, I'm glad it didn't come down to that. If Mexico was going to go out, I rather would have had to them concede than off of, like, yellows or reds. Because that'd be even worse feeling, I feel like. Then, who was it? Chucky Lozano who had the offsides goal? I was watching the Argentina game, but they said someone scored, but it was called offsides. That would have been the go-ahead one. Final 84 times 20. Another walkout. Speaking about Poland. Liwa. Now the question is there a promo card behind this? De Bruyne, Oblak, Mainan. Oh my gosh. What is this fodder, boy? Dude, what is this fodder? Can I have that fodder, please? Here, take a screenshot of that if you want, so you remember. Or Thomas Muller, De Gea, Tielemans, Rice, Rafael, and Vlahovic. That is excellent fodder, bro. Hey, hold on, wait, pause. I just don't think I didn't see that. No. Go back to that transfer list. Blake, right now, get out of there. Go to that transfer list. Can you explain what you just sold? I see the stuff you're trying to sell. What was that card you were getting rid of, buddy? It was a different color than the rest. Was that a Sudamericana? Did I see a Sudamericana card? What in the fodder am I witnessing? I'd say it says it was. I think Blake has some explaining to do. Oh, yeah, it was a dupe. I've heard that one before, man. Hey, you got to disrespect the lib like that, at least have the balls to be straight up. All right? None of this. Oh, it's a duplicate. Anyways, we got an icon here, boys. They call me the Albanian Giannis. Are you even Albanian, Pastor Fred? I don't even think I know what you look like. Could be. I just picture you as like the middle school Brexit geezer type of lad when I think about you. Why would I lie about being Albanian? I didn't say you lied. I was just curious. Apparently, Ronaldo's been offered 173 million a year at Saudi. Yeah. Do you think he's going to take it? That'd be good money for his family. He has to do an icon pack. Yeah, he has just the 87 or 18 left, so he'll get it done. And Fred, he missed it. He packed Ronaldo. He packed the Sui, man. He said passion is greater than money. So what's he going to do then? Because Messi, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure. I would expect he could go to Miami. If Inter Miami is going to offer him a lot of money, he already has his house there. Good environment for his family. Could potentially get part owner in the club after he plays there if he wanted to. Potentially. That's not a bad shout for him, especially after he's retiring from international play. You got an icon, boys. Who's it going to be? Wait, Blake, who do you want, buddy? Who would you like in an icon? When Giannis wants to learn how to play basketball, he calls me. I can see that. Done the 84 plus times 60 today and did it with double Fodder, the year in review. Got Rule Breaker Alba, the 87 physique one. W because I already have Messi, so technically got the best one. Nice. Same thing with the Jordan fella. Wait, so Fred, are you what is your reason for getting into basketball now? Have you just like looked at the sport and think it'd be fun to learn, or is there some like hidden meaning to it? You want Phil Jones or Eusebio? You could maybe settle for the budget Phil Jones, aka Bobby Moore. Nowhere near as good as Phil Jones, but I would say he's on par with Maguire. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Thought it was going to be Messi there for a second. Veron. That's tough, man. Hey. There's one thing, though. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one getting crap icons. I'm 2 squads away from completing World Cup icon Schweinsteiger. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the NFL. I don't find it enjoyable. Then again, a bunch of Americans are getting into football for the first time. And a lot of them think it's very boring to watch, which if they don't understand the sport, they're obviously not going to get it and they're not going to find it entertaining. But there was, I think Carlos was the one that sent it. Fox News did a report and they were saying how soccer is too boring of a sport. I honestly just feel bad for people like that they don't understand. Because if you're an outsider looking at the sport and you don't understand it, I get why it might seem boring, especially if you're used to quote-unquote high-scoring sports. But once you understand football, like all the brilliance in it, I don't see how anyone can find it boring. Unless you're watching like United play. Trying to see Ronaldo try to score a goal. Then I could see why it's boring. But man, watching Messi in his prime. Like, you fall in love, man. 90-plus goal season. There's like 100 commercials each quarter. Yeah, one of the things people said they really liked about the World Cup was the lack of commercials, how you got an actual 45 minutes. People also said, too, they really liked how when it said a game would start at a certain time, it would actually start at that time. Not like 10, 15 minutes later. Like you do introductions, national anthems, all that before the time. Then get started. The United slander begins. Oh, it's not United slander. I have nothing against United or Ronaldo. I just love poking fun. Got Zanetti and Mexican Sanchez, so I also didn't get anything out of those scam packs. I feel like EA patched the hero packs and the icon packs too. I feel like they were really good when we really didn't have fodder to use them with right off the rip, and people were doing them right away, and then it slowly dropped off. Do heroes still link to everyone? I believe so, if they're in position, that is. Burkan, what's up, buddy? The NFL has more pauses in the first 5 minutes as a whole football game. Yeah. You also get rest every play. There's a stoppage after every play. Not every player plays every play. You have a set amount of plays. You're out there maybe for a couple minutes. You play for like 30 seconds. And then it's a pause for your next play. Which I personally don't mind it because I quite like American football. I just like more college football than NFL. But actual football is way better. Insert the rugby comments. The one guy who will slander American football and just up the rugby. Who was that? I'm trying to remember that whole conversation. Ronaldo is GOAT. Wait, did I miss you craft a whole nother icon when I was talking? Tommy, what's up, buddy? You excited for Saturday, bro? Fodder, we'll do the icon pack and the hero pack. Did I do the daily login? Yeah, I opened the rare mega already. Not too bad. I think I got Verratti out of it. Was my best pull. I'm hearing people packing Hullet and Cruyff, etc., but I've never witnessed a big W. And trust me, I've seen a lot of these packs. Oh, no, bro. Don't do Antoine like that, man. Don't do Antoine like that. No. That's disrespectful. I hope you pack the worst icon after doing that. How dare you disrespect the Jedi? If it was Zimmerman, I could see that. But Antoine? No. You did that to Fulham's best defender, mate. Better do it to Bale as well. There we go. Yeah. There we go, baby. I gotta use a duplicate, but I'd like to think you would discard him anyways. The USA team has more UK accents than American accents. Bro, the... Hey, not bad. Not bad. My favorite English/British player. He fits your team well. Low key. Already got the GOAT. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, my favorite English / American player is Lyndon Gooch, who plays for Sunderland. He traveled to Sunderland for their youth academy for the longest time. Played a lot of football over there and has been on the team for ages. But he has an American accent, but when he's around British people, he'll like switch his accent. So depending on like the interview you listen to, he'll talk way different. I'm Dutch, and I wouldn't even be surprised if USA are going to win. From last 3 matches the Netherlands played, I haven't got much hope besides VVD. No, so here's the thing. This is my honest take on the USA versus Netherlands match. I'm curious on what you guys think. I think United States getting second in group, I think how they match up against the Netherlands versus how they would have matched up against, let's say, Senegal if they would have taken England's side. One, I think it's an advantage for both Netherlands and for United States that they're not playing England and they're not playing France. I like that we're on this side of the bracket. Now, when it comes to the United States versus Senegal, I think Senegal would have been a hard match as well. But the way Netherlands matches up against United States, I think United States will do a decent job in the midfield. I think Gakpo is going to be the biggest threat for the United States when it comes to trying to defend against them. I do think you guys will put away at least 1 or 2 goals, which means we need to score. Pulisic might be hit or miss right now. He says he wants to play by then. He said he should be ready by then. If the doctors allow him to play, that'll be good. But I think the case will be United States doesn't have a striker who's consistently scoring goals, and that will be the project in the next 4 years. So I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. I think it might be boring at times. I think Van Dijk's going to have couple game-changing tackles. I think he's going to play a ball. No, I say it right now. Van Dijk is going to steal the ball from whoever's their striker. It's probably, let's say Sargent, if Sargent's not injured. He's going to steal the ball from the striker. He's going to play a long ball with Antoine Robinson too far up the pitch. He's going to play it behind him, right next to Zimmerman, if Zimmerman's in. Or it's going to be right in between Antoine. Are you making a hero right now, buddy? I haven't even been paying attention at all. Anyways, right between the left back and center back, he's going to play a perfect ball behind. Gakpo's going to be on it. Gakpo's going to cut in. He's going to finesse the shot over Turner's head. This Gooch guy? Nah, Lyndon Gooch. Gooch. Gucci name, all right? You're lucky he chose to be American. He would be the best right back in England. All right? I don't want to hear it. Better than Trent. Better than James. Better than that Newcastle fraud. I'm very interested in watching the England versus Senegal game. I think that's going to be closer than people think, too. Gakpo is very close to joining United. Kind of hope he stops scoring. So Madrid or someone, don't go for him. Dude, I completely forgot to change my team for Game 3 for fantasy. So I took a L on a bunch of points. I had Mbappe as my captain, even though I figured he wasn't going to play much. Ugh. I was in first, too, man. Antoine Robinson is Jedi Robinson. Jedi's his nickname. DG, what's up, bud? Did the same to be honest. So he's going to shoot with his left, or is he going to do the meta triple shot? He can do either. What a snipe. What a beautiful snipe, man. List them for 1,000,000 coins. Beautiful. Anthony, though, Antoine, though, not Anthony. I always just say Jedi. I go back and forth between Anthony and Antoine if I'm saying his first name. Because I just call him Jedi. I don't know what you would call him for his first name. Is Fabrizio confirmed it? How are you grinding the SBC since there's no league SBCs? 78 pluses right now is how I've been doing it. And then the 84 times 20 fodder as well when it's available. Jeez. Oh yeah, Gakpo would be extremely well suited for United, but he'd also be extremely fun to watch, I feel like, and grow into the squad. I mean, what's up, buddy? There's no hope another Dutch challenge is going to get his career ruined by joining a big competition too fast. I think he'd do quite well at United. So I'm going to make Gakpo a striker. He's shown he has everything to do it. I agree. He can do it. United should sign a proper number 9, not a winger that can play central. All right, 86 plus base or FIFA World Cup hero. Come on, baby. Park Ji-sung, United legend. The best player to come out of United. Huge W. The GOAT. Throw a shadow on that man. Get that Cancelo out of here. There's a new man in town. Park the bus, Ji-sung. You got Sadar from the middle too? Sheesh. Or are you going to play Cancelo in there? Nice. It's coming together, buddy. At the moment, Gakpo's a winger. Gakpo ain't just a winger that can play up front, and Egg is confident he'll be another number 9. The Korea GOAT. Dude, I want League SBCs out so bad. Today's the last day of November, right? So if we don't get League SBCs today, the $50 deal is off for the World Cup Fantasy. Watch it come out tomorrow on December 1st. You buy yourself a Park shirt? That'd be a sick shirt. I have the 2021 Korean kit. Looks pretty good. I don't know how much an old United kit or an old Korean kit would go for with Park Ji-sung on it, though. The thing I like most about the NBA is the players have way more personality. You already have a Park shirt. All right, let's keep the player picks going, dudes. Now that we're back on our account. Should I do the Sweden kit? The throwback Sweden kit? It looks pretty cool. What are they charging? An 87 rated squad or something? Like at home or blue away? Even though I'm not a fan of United, I feel like you got to get the classic red kit if you're going to do it right. $11 gold rares, no chem? Really? Might go into it. Where Mumbo has said 235 times. W. Dutch League, he's one of 2 strikers. Not going to fit as a number 9 in a 4-2-3-1. So, Lax, if you're a United fan who wants a striker, who would you say Manchester United should go for then at the striker spot? If not Gakpo. Currently sat in the season red Manchester United kit. If Juve Messi out, well, what's gonna happen with Juve now? Everyone stepped down on the board, right? What's gonna happen with the club? Will you make a how to grind picks video? Arian, I don't know if you've seen it, buddy. It's the pin video in chat, my dude. We made it already. I don't want to get rid of him. Giroud. No, you're good. It's the pin video if you're looking for it. All right, can we get away with an 83 or an 82? What do we need? Tim Abraham, appreciate the season. Fred spoken, that's the decision. Gakpo it is. I reckon we should just use the players we have and let them gel. Bring someone up from the academy. Whatever you do, I swear, if you recall Amad Diallo in this winter transfer window, I will be the biggest Manchester United hater. I will literally talk the most crap in the world. More than I already do. All right? I'm not playing. Do not take him. He is ours for the season. You have money. Buy someone. Let him get more game time. Let him get better and better. Dude's already in form of an inform. Let him grow. And let us do well in the championship, all right? Let us get top 10. I use slide players on the SBC like that. You hit the start button thing. It allows you to switch the player. I'll show you in a second. So, if you're going to put players into a squad, say I'm doing golds. You see where it says multi-swap? It'll only let you put one in at a time. But if you hit the little start button, that multi-swap becomes refresh results. That way, let you go L1, R1, side to side. Put in where you have to put them. It'll be just fine. All right. Let's do it. We don't need Insigne anymore. If we want Dempsey, we can buy him off the market. He's super cheap. Don't need those crap icons. Come on. Get Tom Heaton up front. Pastor Fred, what are your thoughts on Tom Heaton? I'm curious. All right, I got to put on the music you're all hoping for when we do this pack opening. Who do you guys think we're going to get, by the way? If you had to take a guess. Mumbo last mate. Barca can't sign players until January 2021. I'm sure that's not actually going to be the case. They'll find a way around it. All right. Here we go, boys. 86 plus. Come on. Come on. Take another American. Could have been worse. What, a solid 20K? Oh. This game hates me, man. We are now officially 0 for 5 out of icons and heroes. We still have one more hero to do. Now the question is, behind the scenes when I grind the 84 times 20, are we even going to need that to get that done? How long are player picks here for? We got another day and 19 hours, so we could grind player picks tomorrow. We still have them. I'd love it so much if we called the mod just to piss you off. And then send him to your... Dude, that would be crazy if you guys did that. He goes with Ross Stewart, wherever Ross Stewart goes. Watched every United game since he joined and not watched him play once. It says it all. Thing with Barca is they always find a way around things. True. Your team Severe in the same situation, they would have been relegated or something. Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me. Or don't you mean Tim Heaton? Yeah, that's the proper player. I don't know why you call him Tom when he's Tim Heaton. He's your uncle. You should know that. Why are you bidding $450? The buy now is $450. You fraudulent people. Who do you think will win the championship? I'm not really going to answer that until after the January transfer window. Because I think the amount of loans and the amount of signings or who people would lose could really change that. Ian, the CS player, Tommy. What a guy. Ronaldo's my stepdad, by the way. Dude, Ronaldo should go to Sunderland. Low key. If he wants to stay in England, if he wants to play in front of a large audience, if he wants to prove it's about passion and not money, he should go on free. Or you know what? Actually, not even free. I think he should get loaned. Yeah, I know he's a free agent, but he should still get loaned. Just so he has to prove himself. Rather give us Jones. We take Diallo back. Dude, if you want Diallo back, you want to swap for Elanga, we'll make Elanga a world-class player, just like we made Diallo a world-class player. No one knew who Amad Diallo was before Sunderland. We can help Elanga get to the next level. Saturday will be a good day. I'm excited for Saturday. We got Sunderland versus Millwall. I'm waking up at 6 for it. Super ecstatic for that game. Right after that, we'll have a little bit of a break before United States plays Netherlands. Then we'll have the other round of 16 games. Ronaldo living in Sunderland is the MLS match of the century. Really losing motivation to grind this game? Need some repeatables? I would say if you're looking for repeatables in the meantime or something consistently to grind, spend the time where there's not like player picks or upgrade packs out making coins. And then whenever the upgrades are out, you use that time to either grind the player picks still for profit or essentially break even, or use that profit that you're making to help pay for the packs. Or the picks. We should loan you Elanga. He's perfect for the championship. A lot more physical than Amad. And you don't even need to be crazy physical in the championship. But it is a bonus. Amad lacks the physicality, but he kind of uses that to his advantage. So if he's... Okay. He's typically playing on the right. He will typically get pretty deep back. He likes dropping in quite a bit. He likes getting central too. So he's kind of all around the pitch. But his ability to pick the ball up in the defending half line, or if the back line is pushing back towards the box, his ability to cut back in and draw a foul, he does so well. And he personally doesn't need the strength because he makes up with speed. He'll draw the foul. We get a free kick out of it. We don't score free kicks at all. Pritchard misses everything. We have no one to head the ball, but... do you break even picks or do you make profit? When I started doing it, like the pinned video, we did it for profit. Now I'm using mainly untradables, so I'm not really spending anything. So I'm essentially doing them for free. Diallo's average. I don't know when you watch Diallo, but I can tell you from watching his time in the Scottish Premier League versus now, he's grown so much in the past year. To the point where I think by the end of the season, he could be used as a sub for United because he's grown that rapidly. I would still like him to, whether it's Sunderland or somewhere else, be on loan for another year just to make him grow even more. But Ahmad is still very young, and he's going to be a huge talent. So here's the thing. Ahmad's technical ability is kind of matched in the championship. It's funny how it's matched, though. The one player that I think plays relatively close to well compared to Amad Diallo in that right mid / right wing spot happens to be our other right wing, right mid, Patrick Roberts. So if Ahmad ever did get recalled back, I feel like Patrick Roberts obviously does great there anyways. It would just be a shame not having Ahmad as well. Post-World Cup, I'm scared. I think Garnacho is actually going to pop off. Garnacho. I'm just going to call him Nacho. Millwall will keep Star quiet when we best swap for 3-0. Paddy Roberts, baller. Millwall fan in the chat. Hey, props to ESPN Plus, though. ESPN Plus is saving my laptop and saving my computer for viruses for another couple weeks. I'm super happy. They're showing both the Sunderland matches in the next 2 weeks. I don't have to go to some sketchy site. I was wondering, do you think since Team 2 of the World Cup icons are a lot lower rated from Team 1, so you think they'll be more packable? Also, how you grind in player picks? Now, as the bidding methods seem to be full of bots. If you don't want to do gold common bidding or Sudamericana card bidding, or the bidding is too close to the buy now, where you're not really making coins from it, you could literally take any sort of trading tip where you're mass bidding and selling for profit to pay for the picks. So for me, if I'm doing swaps or stuff in between doing player picks, silver center backs doesn't seem like a bad option. Daniel will be a prem midfielder as well. Yeah, Daniel has so much potential. Potential. Jeez. Fumbling over my words. He has a bit of room to grow. I feel like he hasn't been as consistent as he needs to be this season to prove that he's ready to be on the prem level. But I think if you give him a couple years, he'll be plenty good. One of the things I've noticed with Sunderland, though, is specifically in the midfield area, if you have the likes of a Dan Neal in there, you really need a Corey Evans. When it's Dan Neal and Amdallah Ba next to each other, does not work as well. Still need to see him get better at controlling his tackles when not needed. I think there's times where he's excellent at drawing a foul that sadly leads to yellow, but is a good footballing play. But there's other times where he'll just go into tackles where it's not needed. Or sometimes you'll notice his ability to turn or first touch under pressure isn't the greatest, especially with link-up play with Gucci. If he can work on that and they can get better chemistry down that right side of the pitch, having Ahmad drop back into there is going to be even more insane as well. Because that left side, when healthy, when Sirkin's back on full health, which I think he's like 90% right now, having just the talent on that side of the pitch with Jack as well, with Stewart back, I'm so excited. Even if Stewart gets sold in this window, I hope he plays well. And I hope he plays. Because, like, realistically, if he's thinking about leaving or a club wants to offer him more money than Sunderland does or he thinks it's a better opportunity, why not ball out for the remaining couple weeks? How do you get these mass bidding filters? How did you think of silver center backs? I've been doing silver center backs since I was probably in middle school. And I'm out of college now. I think it was so easy. Even his movement off the ball, his ability to beat a player is ridiculous. I go home and away, and even go to some as neutral fans. I'm not just saying this for the sake of it, but Mason Greenwood, when I saw him live, unreal. See, here's the thing. I feel like people's emotions when it comes to players, when they do great things in their personal life or horrible things in real life, taint how they view a player. I feel like Mason Greenwood, from what I've seen too, seemed excellent and had an insane amount of potential. But even me just saying he had an insane amount of potential and he was really good will make people upset because of what he did. Or what he allegedly did. I don't know if he got charged for it yet. Yeah. Even a false sign roll. Imagine England's front three is Saka, Greenwood, Foden. Yeah. That would have been crazy. There are always rumors about him being a bit dodgy. Got swept under the carpet. So how did... Was Greenwood a United youth development prodigy? Did he go through the academy? Think Stewart will leave in the summer personally. Suppose it depends on for Diaz leaves Blackburn. My thing is this. If Sunderland gives him a good contract to make him the most played player under a Sunderland kit, and it's a deal good enough to sway him away from other championship offers, I personally think there's no better place for Ross Stewart to continue playing than Sunderland if he's in the championship. He already has the fan base. He already has the position. He's already shown he can carry Sunderland at the end of the League One season, throughout the League One season, and for the start of the championship before he got injured. If he's going to make a move back to Scotland to one of the top two teams, I would be all for that if the money's there, and if we can replace him with someone. If he wants to make a move to another championship team, no matter how much money they pay him, if Sunderland's able to match it and he still chooses them, I'm going to be very upset with that. I do not think he needs to make a sideways move. I think he needs to make a vertical leap to the Prem or to the Scottish Premier League. The question is, though, what is his goal? If it's another championship team, maybe he wants to go to a side that he thinks has a better chance at promotion to where he doesn't need a Prem-style contract to play in the Prem eventually. So if he's going to put his betting cards, him and his agent, together on a deal with a team that could potentially get promoted this year, that would make sense. I would still be unhappy with it, but I would understand the logic. Yeah, I personally would love him to see out the season, see how he does before the winter break, see what offers come in, see what can happen in the window, whether through loans or whether through signings. I think we're going after Aston Villa's striker regardless of what happens. So I think we'll have a little bit of backup. And I watched a little bit of highlights. I don't know if you guys have heard of Cameron Archer. I watched some U21 England football highlights with him and I think it's Elliot, right? That plays for Liverpool, the young English lad on the wing. He looks like a promising forward. I don't think he's going to get enough time at Aston Villa, so a loan would make sense. Give it a little bit more depth. I'm not really a fan of Ellis Sims. Very hit or miss with Ellis Sims. Ross Stewart ain't going to the Prem, mate. Sorry to burst your bubble. You obviously don't know Ross Stewart if you don't think he's capable of playing in a Prem side. I'm not saying he's going to go to a top club in the Prem, but he is definitely Prem level. He absolutely could be one of those strikers that takes a relegation team and allows them to barely hang on. Lyndon Dykes is top 5 worst strikers I've seen a QPR kit. QPR on Cameron Archer. Do you know how much money they'd throw down? Because I think a championship loan for him in general, in terms of the English pyramid and his ability to be in an England kid eventually, if he wants to really grow, I think the championship would be the place for him. I don't know if there's a... Would he have a buyout clause if he got loaned to a team and they really enjoyed him? If they could buy him from Aston Villa, or would they loan him with the thought that they'd get him back? What are the chances of Sunderland getting promotion? Sunderland's chance of promotion is close to 0 this season. As a Sunderland supporter, the goal was to not get relegated, and best case scenario, get the top half of the table. We're 1 game behind a lot of teams right now, so if we win our next game, we're essentially mid-table. A potential push for playoffs could happen with Ross Stewart back and our team very much healthy and in form. However, I think the most likely scenario is we sit around mid-table. You give the players that were at League One caliber leading into the season, you give them more experience. The new signings, you get them more experience. Jewison Bennett already can, I think, ×4 his value. Bought from the Costa Rican League. Has already played for Costa Rica in the World Cup. Multiple games. Has proven to already be a good winger/midfielder in the championship. Valencia and I think other La Liga clubs would spend somewhere around 3 to 4 million for him at the moment. I think we have him on a 4-year deal with a, I think he has a buyout clause on him. I could be wrong. But if he goes, I think they could make some really good money on him. Abdullah, I think eventually would be some good money. Michoud's been in and out with injuries. I think he might get recalled eventually if he doesn't get a lot of playing time. I was thinking Michoud would be one of those ballers that came from PSG that would fit right into the squad and play a whole bunch, but he's barely gotten playing time for Sunderland in the first half of the season. I would love to see him get more. The only issue is I think we have plenty of cams that are playing a lot better than Michoud would. I don't think he'd be an upgrade to any of them. I think Embleton, when he comes on, plays fantastic. I think Pritchard, when he's playing and starting well, he's fantastic. He links really well with Stewart, links really well with Jackie, links really well with Ahmad. I wouldn't see Michoud fitting that system. And when we make a midfield sub, it's typically bringing on Amdalaba for more of that box-to-box or a little bit more defensive role. What's the other dude's name? Matete. Matete will typically get subbed on too if we need a little bit more defensive support. We'd go for a loan offer. Dude, one of my favorite things about the championship, as someone who didn't really watch the championship before the season, I love the amount of loans that happen. If you can afford spending a crap ton of money on a potential risk of a player that's in the Prem and not getting any playing time, and you can just have a club in the Prem loan them out to get experience, I find that to be amazing. The only thing that sucks is I'm understanding it now more than ever. You don't want your club to fall in love with a loan player. Like, I absolutely love Amad Diallo. It's going to break my heart knowing that he's not going to be a Sunderland player forever. Lyndon Dykes stinks and still starts ahead of Ross Stewart. Unreal, another one where the ability to be players is so good for right backs and crosses defensively. He gets bullied sometimes. Better. Silver Rares at 250 safe? Absolutely. Always safe. Watched him in preseason. He was great. He had a very good first half of the season. I think for Reading last season. Pray let him go for 10 mil. Hoping Peterborough get promoted to the championship next season. I haven't looked at League One much. The only league one I looked at was early on in the season. It's been at Swansea, I think. Fans loved him there, although Diego Dalot is one of your best players on form. Problem is you have no backs because AWB stinks. Our same packs for Team of the Year, but it's so hard to restock club without League Nation SBCs. Yes, you can do it by trading, but it takes a lot of effort. Yeah, just knowing how to have your coins make coins consistently, trading and investing, I think is your best bet if you're trying to make packs for Team of the Year. Like, there's a TikTok person who does thousands of packs a year, and like his thing is he spends some FIFA points, but he does a lot of trading and investing, and then from that he makes packs. What's up, chat? I need to text my parents. Yes, please. Looks great. Looks like I'm getting outbid a lot. Gold common bidding's so annoying right now. I might just bid 400, Loki, if we keep getting outbid. Bro, the silver center back method's crazy good. And again, if you're bidding 150 and selling for 300, there's a couple different options. If you're trying to get them to sell quickly, always compare price beforehand to see what the lowest buy nows are. You can find a lot of cards that go for 300 plus that are really good pickups with a little competition. But as a way to just make easy coins, picking up silver center backs for 150, you can literally sell them instantly for 200. So easy 50 there. Most of them will go for 250 pretty quickly in the hour if it's a decent card. So a quick 100 coins there. And then double your coins within the hour for a ton of them. If you can bid on hundreds of them a day, you're going to be making hundreds of thousands of coins a week off of it. Yeah, let me just bid 400. I'm sick of this, man. Man United loans, it usually goes hella well. Chizambi, dude, he is a beast. He didn't play the greatest against Sunderland when they matched up. But him next to Jude Bellingham's brother, that's a deadly team right there. Or has the ability to be. It's weird how we never do it. Wasted a mod for so long sitting on the bench. What made United want to buy a mod? Where did you find him? And then, like, what was, like, the order of events? Because I remember seeing him play a little bit. I don't know if it was, like, preseasons or what. Or was it Champions League where he scored a goal? I remember seeing him play at some time. But then I never heard of him after that. Ron, how's it going? Hi, bought 100 times Milik for 19k. They're 27k. Should I sell or wait for his upgrade? That's up to you. I would personally take the profit and run. A lot of times the hype leading up to the upgrade is better than the price after the upgrade. But that's your call. Why are you bidding on non-rares? We're making player picks right now. But if you're talking about the silver non-rares, the silver commons, I'll link you our trading playlist. That's our silver center back method, if you're wondering what that is. I saved money to go to OT, but I can literally afford a 3-person holiday to Milan. Go to the San Siro for the price of one ticket. It's mental. What's pricing like outside of the Prem? Like, is it typically a lot better the further down the pyramid you go? Or in the championship, do they still try to jip you as well a little bit? How do we avoid softman due to bidding? Do it in groups. Do it a little less often. If you're being extremely rapid with your bids, slow it down a little bit. Essentially, think of it as EA thinks you're a bot. So don't act like a bot. How do we avoid softman due to bidding? Do it in groups. Do it a little less often. If you're being extremely rapid with your bids, slow it down a little bit. Essentially, think of it as EA thinks you're a bot. So don't act like a bot. Resale tickets are so bad. I've seen 120, 130 for just general leagues. You know, look, he's a fodder card, so you might go up to 30. Oh, good point. Yeah, if you think 88 fodder is going to be high, he's going to get upgraded to that. Yeah, you might want to hold on to them then. Good point. I didn't even think about that. True. What's typically the low end for 88s? I did play 3 games for Atlanta, and we paid 17 mil with add-ons, 40 mil. You scored a great goal against AC Milan. Oh, it was in the Europa League. He is 27K, will go to 88, and the cheapest 88 right now is like 30K. He is crazy over-invested. That's another thing, too. A lot of people invest in stuff that seems like a good deal, which also wrecks the market. So if 88s drop, his price would probably drop with it. And if he's over-invested, same thing will happen. Like the Antonys, everyone over-invested in the Antonys. My goodness. I'm glad we sold them when we did. You were on 1.9 mil a couple days ago. What did you buy? This is what we bought. For 3,000 shadows, baby. Road to 5K shadows. All right. So we have right now almost 6 mil in shadow value from when we want to sell at minimum 2K. I think they're around 1,500 right now, which would be close to 5 mil. Yeah. So we'll hold those long term. Silver commons, we still have a bunch in the club. Minimum of 600K. Silver rares, we have another like 25 to 40K, I think. Libertadores, we always have like 50 to 60K in those. Bronze rares, we're almost completely out of. Live an hour, trade away from Watford, so I just go to Watford game for 5 for some fun. YouTuber got hacked, and now he is transfer banned because he reported DA someone stole 400K. Yeah, it sucks, man. The icon SBCs for the 87, they are available for... I completed them, so let me check. Another day and 18 hours. Stars a prem level player. I don't know how he's at Watford. I don't think Milik is overinvested because he'll be fodder price after the upgrade. So if you think he's fodder price, and a lot of people have him, whether you think he's overinvested or not, and 88's drop down, what would 88's value be if they're not extremely high? Like right now, 88's are high, correct? If they were back down to what would be considered normal value, or what you would invest with them at, what would that price normally be? Because the question is, right now with his current rating, what his price is, if he's overinvested, even if he rises in rating, what are the lowest 88's going to look like when they go back down? Is it going to be lower than what he is right now? If so, you could be potentially looking at yourself losing coins. The guaranteed outcome you have right now, no matter what you decide to do, is your guaranteed profit at this moment. The question is, do you want to risk it? If you think it's a good to wait and see if he stays high in fodder price, by all means, wait. But right now, you have guaranteed profit. You can calculate how much that guaranteed profit would be. Maybe sell half and keep the other half. I don't know. That way, if he goes lower than what he's currently at for 88s, you at least sold half when he was higher. And if he goes up more in price, you have the other half you can sell for more profit. You think you can craft an icon pack from scratch in one day? Depending on how much fodder you have in your club. If you have objectives you've been grinding for, packs saved. If you're grinding player picks out. If your pack looks in, absolutely. But it's going to take a lot of grinding. It's not going to be a quick, like, 20 minutes and it's created. You got any tips to make money? Yep, I'll send you my whole trading playlist, buddy. This has made us almost 20 million coins so far this year in transfer profit. All the tips in there. Main methods are shadow and position modifier, investing, flipping, silver trading, mainly silver center back, silver rare investing, bronze rare investing, silver lib investing and flipping. All those have been fantastic for us. You need like one good day. Yeah, you could always do, like, let's say you have the worst pack luck in the world. You could theoretically look at the price of an SBC. If you really want to grind for trading that day, it could be achievable. Like, take silver center backs, for example. If an SBC costs 200K, remember how many we say you'd have to pick up a day and flip for getting 100K a day? Realistically, you do that for a day or two, you can afford it. Whether that's now or later. So, like, if you're trying to do that for future SBCs, if you think we're going to get another icon or hero SBC in advance, you could trade for it or invest for it. That way you have coins available for the next time it comes up. Want to do the 84 times 20 times 3, but I can't be asked, man. I feel like it's going to pay off. It took me a solid while. I got them done because I did a lot of them off stream. Took a good day or two for me to do. Can't remember how much like time in game it took though. But the chance France wins will be like 95%. I also sell them before the France-Poland game. Yeah, I mean, that's your call, buddy. That is up to you. I gotta look at my food real quick. Hold on. Where's the menu? Menu. Classic Euro. Cucumbers, tahini, feta. Euro plate. Two pitos, fries, extra tomatoes, onion, and tzatziki. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Euro plate looks amazing. I'm good with that. I streamed on Twitch for 2 years, buddy. I think there's a lot more potential in YouTube streaming, and I like it a lot better. It's crazy how you can go to San Siro for 40 quid, yet for Mercy Rat invested outdated Old Trafford, it's 300 quid. I don't see how they're going to fix that anytime in the future as well. I think the problem's going to get worse and worse, honestly. Less and less affordable. Even the more affordable teams, I could see it getting that way. What, Cryptic? I'm doing Sunderland career mode to bring them to the PL. I'm doing that right now as well. I just got them to the PL. Signed a mod on a full contract. About to sell my youth player for like 10 to 15 mil. Bottom of the leagues are still very expensive. Yeah. We're on season 1. How many player picks do you do a day? Depends if I'm going for player picks or not. Right now, I'm just kind of making them to make them. We were doing, I think, 25 to 50 beforehand a day, I would say. When are you going to do the year in review player pick? I'm not going to do it. It looks stupid. I personally think it's a waste of fodder. I don't think any of the players in there would really upgrade my team. And even if I did pack, what is it? The Messi? Is it the flashback Messi, or would it be the other Messi? The player of the month or whatever. I didn't do the player of the month because I didn't need him. And I don't even need this flashback Messi. What's your best pull from the 78? We got, what's his name? We got Nunez as your best pull. Gavi or Pedri, unpopular opinion, but I think Gavi is more talented. I have barely watched both of them, so I can't really speak on it from an educated perspective. Are the 70 plus PPs worth it? If you're trying to get fodder, they're a good way to get fodder. If you're saying, is it worth it to pull the best things in the world? That's going to come down to pack luck, so ultimately it's not really up to you. It's whether your pack luck's in or not. I'm straight, but I'm falling for Gavi. You opened your 84 plus times 20 times 3. What'd you get? You only got one special card. Why can't they give us League SBCs? I think they will. They're just probably waiting until after the World Cup game mode. Would be my guess. Alright, I kind of want to make this right now. I don't know if this is smart or not, but I've been getting the worst pulls. Maybe not. Maybe just wait. I can wait. Do you only bid on silvers when golds and suds are hard to get? No, I'm always bidding on silvers. Silvers are the easiest way to just make coins in general. There's so many less people looking at silvers than the gold market. So let's do this. Let's get more of a full transfer list right now with silver center backs. Then we'll keep bidding on common golds. Play them with Messi, but I have used him at striker with Portugal 2 since I got him. Today started to play with 4-1 with Messi Cam. That's where he's really on peak. Is dribbling, bro. Yeah. We'll see. How did France lose to Tunisia? Because France played not even a B team. They played like a C or D team. But Tunisia also played very well, so. France had no reason to waste players. There's no reason to try to get Mbappe injured or get everyone tired before round of 16. I'm seeing on 230K, I'm going to flip silvers. Do it. You'll get addicted. I'm telling you, it's game changing, man. Currently, Barca do, but if you just look at club in general, it's Benfica. Think it's coming home? I'm really excited to see you guys play France if you beat Senegal. Right? Because you'd play in the next round, or is it even further you'd have to go? Need to make coins, so you think mass bidding until 75K profit, then spending 50K on PP is a good idea? Sure, yeah. You don't even need to list the silver Center for 300. If you want them to sell quicker, do the lowest buy now. If it's 250 pretty quickly. 100 coins a card, picking up a couple hundred cards, that's going to add up real quick. It's around after Senegal. Argentina is really lucky. They have to play against Australia, not Austria. And after that game versus the Netherlands, who aren't in form right now, or the United States. Yeah. Argentina is set up very well to make a deep run. It could have been way much worse if they were in Poland's spot. Could have had France right away, right? Not gonna lie, USA game was a complete one-off. Funny seeing USA fans get all excited thinking they'll do something. Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna hold you accountable to this, Fred. I hate statements like that because you need to have it one way or the other. It can't be both. You can't actively talk shit about people in the United States not caring about the sport, but then the one time they actually actively are caring about the sport, it's trying to grow in popularity in the United States, you shit on them for it. It has to be one way or the other. You can say they still don't know what they're talking about and they're overhyping the United States. I completely agree. But I very much don't understand the people who will shit on the United States in one sentence and then the next sentence say they don't care about it. Even if it's memey, even if it's TikTok based with all the call it soccer memes, the Captain Pulisic, the new president, whatever that may be, we're going to bomb your country, yada, yada. The emotion's there. We just need to get them to stay in the sport longer than just the World Cup. But yeah, no. I think it will be a hard game against the Netherlands. I think it'll be closer than people think. But I think most of the people, even who are supporting the United States, didn't think we were going to get this far. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Wait, no. What was the new one today? Y'all sent me out of Kansas. Hold on. Let me find that. What was it? I can't remember what channel it was on. America. Howdy, partner. Yeah. Wait, hold on. One second. All right, we're back. What's up, y'all? I'm Dutch, mate. Netherlands will slap the U.S. I mean, you can be Dutch all you want. It'll still be a close game. Next, you're gonna whip out some scoreboard, bro. Don't let me go get it, man. I will if you want me to. Don't even tempt me. Jansen? Yeah, I know Jansen. Here's what I'll say. Dom, I say this to everyone, buddy. But this is the thing you don't understand probably about the United States. A lot of people, if you're a United States fan, will hype up the United States way higher than they should be hyped up. Make them sound like a way better team than they actually are. But then the inverse happens. Everyone outside the United States thinks the United States is the worst team they're the worst team possible. It is going to be somewhere in the mid-ground. Our midfield is excellent right now. Defense has been doing relatively well. Tim Ream and Antoine Robinson on that left side has been shutting down. Zimmerman has been hit or miss. But getting that change there was really helpful. Dest has been pretty good connecting with the midfield, getting up the pitch. We're really just missing a striker. That's the thing. So when I say it's going to be a close game, it's going to be a close game in the sense of when I look at the attack for Netherlands, I see the United States giving up at least one goal. Realistically, I see two. I see Gakpo getting one and someone else getting another minimum. 2 goals there. I see the United States having enough attacking opportunities. Well, they'll get probably at least one, but I think that's the most they'll get. So it'll be like a 2-1 game or a 3-1 game, in my opinion. AKA a close game. Adams, I really don't want Adams to go to a big club. He needs to stay at Leeds. I would hate to see another American get bought to a big club and just sit the bench. Or take what Leeds did with, who's the English fraud that Adams replaced? Is it Kevin Phillips? Calvin Phillips. Dutch people are a bit pessimistic because the Netherlands were really bad. the first 3 games. Yeah, but the thing is, it's the World Cup. It's now the round of 16. You get a little bit extra time to rest, to train, but it's really about who shows up that day. The rest of the tournament doesn't matter. United States have been playing relatively well up to this point. They could show up and just completely be lacking in the defensive midfield, and Netherlands runs all over them. Or we finally score. We finally get in the good scoring positions and actually put them away. Because if you look at United States' chances as well, it's not even that we don't have a striker. It's we get to good positions and just can't score. Like, I felt like there's 3 or 4 chances against England we could have put it away. And then there's 2 or 3 that England should have buried as well. So, like, even though they were low-scoring games, or no score in the England one, I thought that could have been a very high-scoring game. Not to mention if you had a manager that actually made good subs, too. Only Gakpo's in form for the Dutch attack, and that's all you need. You could literally have United States try to play hold-up play with our center forward or striker, have Van Dijk win the ball off of him, have like 2 steps of space, have our Dest and Robinson pushed way too far up the pitch for our left back and right back, have Van Dijk play a ball behind to Gakpo making a run behind. And it's a foot race between Gakpo and Tim Ream from Fulham. I think Gakpo would win that foot race. Cut inside, finesse the ball from the top of the box, past Turner. I see Turner making a couple big saves too, but not enough to win the game. Oh, if it's just me, De Ligt is awful. I haven't watched De Ligt enough to really have an opinion on him. I feel like he gets a lot of hate, and I don't know if it's deserved or not. Frimpong isn't even playing. Has Simmons had any play time this World Cup? Are spending coins on PPs, then making coins back? Technically, we're still up a couple 100,000 from our other investments we've been making. So, we're technically not even at break even yet. Frimpong is apparently joining United for 25 mil. How much money does United have? What investments have you been making? We just came off of Black Friday where we made 850K off of bronze rares, silver commons, lib cards, gold commons, you name it. We had the gold common investing where we got tons and tons of those for player picks. Sold a bunch of them. The lib silver flipping, daily SBCs with that, silver center back flipping, shadows, you name it. And we also wasted 500K on the 250K packs. So we'd have 500K more if we didn't open those untradeable crap packs. But the things we do for content. So we'd have another 500K we technically could put into these packs as well for player picks and still be up. Gabby's really good. I think what I'm gonna do, I said I was gonna get the 84 times 20, 84 plus times 20, the individual one, the 10 swaps done for tomorrow. I haven't even started it yet. I think instead of that, we save that for the next promo, whatever that is, when they're in packs. And we get the fodder, because we only need one more hero now. We essentially just need the 86 squad. What I might do for tomorrow, since we still have time to make player picks tomorrow, I might just do a bunch of silver trading tonight, make like 50 to 100K, and just craft a bunch of player picks, and then buy out whatever fodder we need. Does that sound good? That way you don't have to see me grinding like crazy on stream trying to get those stupid swaps. What do you guys think Des would go to? I have an extreme American bias. I would like to see a lot more Americans go to the Prem eventually. I think it's a step up having people. Okay, I'm gonna educate real quick. The pointing at the MLS as a retirement league is valid for European stars who are aging, ending their career in the MLS. I get that. But when it comes to the lack of development in the United States versus the youth development in academies that England has and around the world has, especially in Europe, I would view the MLS, if you're a youngster in the United States, as like the equivalent of an academy. You'll see a lot of people in the years to come that will wear a United States kit and play for the national team, either be moving to Europe to join their youth academies at a young age or join their teams at a young age, or they'll start in the MLS and then quickly move overseas. Brendan Aronson and then his brother Paxton is going to be another example of that, is people starting their careers in the MLS at the same time as a lot of Europeans are retiring there, but then going from the MLS to their next spot. You saw Alphonso Davies do that. He was initially a striker and a winger, transitioned to Europe as more of a defender, but as you see for Canada, he can kind of play it all. I would love to see a lot more Americans after they go to the Serie A and Bundesliga try to make a push for the Prem. I think Leeds is a great platform for a lot more players. I think Weston McKennie deserves to be in the Prem. I think Des could fit well in the Prem. If Yedlin could be in the Prem for as long as he was, I think Des can easily do it. We already have Tim Ream, Jedi Robinson, Matt Turner. Already tons of people there. Pulisic. Reyna could go there when he's healthy. It just really depends where they're getting play time too, though. Like if the going to the Prem means you ride the bench in a team, I'd rather have them playing in Serie A or Bundesliga or La Liga. Des is honestly a championship standard player. Am I extremely biased when it comes to Des then? What do you see about Des that is a championship quality player? Because I think his ability to get up the pitch is great. Attacking awareness is great. Coming back to the defense space is great. Passing under pressure, connecting with the midfield, communication. All that I feel like is pretty good. I think he gets too far forward at times. I think that's a big criticism I'd give him. Goes to Barca, horrific. Goes to AC Milan, horrific. Average at Ajax. Yeah, he can't defend. That would be the criticism. What system are you playing him in would be the question. If you're looking for a right back who's going to be defending for the full 90 minutes, Des is probably not your man. But if you're looking more of a wing back or a right back to be involved with the build-up play, I think that's where you're going to get the best version of Des. How many gold comments are you bidding at once? However many I can pick up. Ran off to bed. I'll catch you soon. Have a good rest of your stream. So question then, Fred. You've probably watched Fulham a decent bit now since they've played teams in the Prem. What would you say about Robinson on the left side compared to Dest on the right side? Would you say Robinson's better than Dest? How would you rate Robinson? He's miles, but I agree. I think Robinson's way better than Dest. But so are most prime fullbacks. True. Valid point. Bayern wanted Dest 1 to 2 years ago. Unbelievable in my opinion. What are your thoughts as a Netherlands fan having Dest choose United States over Holland? When do you bid on suds? Or do you do it whenever you feel like it? If you're talking about the making player picks, bidding on suds, making coins while doing that, that would have been when I was making profit bidding on suds for the fact of making player picks. I'm not doing that currently. I'm just making a couple more player picks on stream, so I'm just buying players. Not a single person in the Netherlands cares about Dest. You have enough depth at the right back position where it wouldn't really matter. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't be starting 11. I think he'd be third string, right? If you got Dumfries and if you got Frimpong, I would say both of them are clear of Dest. I still think he'd be in a World Cup squad. I honestly think that competition would be better for him, though. If we're using Dest as the example here. Because I think in the United States where he lacks is the competition standpoint. You got an aging Yedlin. You got Reggie Cannon, who doesn't really get rated, but I feel like should be rated. And then you have whatever his MLS faces that gets subbed in more and almost blows every freaking game he plays. Jeez. I've never seen a man turn a ball over more than Moore. He could play left back, yeah. We got him last year. How old is Dest? $22. So I'm curious. If I look up United States, I look at each game, the World Cup. I want to see what they rated him each game. So if we take the Wales one. Oh, this doesn't show the ratings. We'll play left back for the rest of the tournament. Where are your coins? You had like 3 or 4 mil. I have 5 to 6 mil in shadows right now, buddy. And we wasted 500k on promo packs during Black Friday. After we made 850k on Black Friday. Look at Silver Common Center back, so there's 1 minute left at 250. Omid, I'm going to ask you, why is that the case? I'm curious if you know what my answer is going to be. Why would I be saying to sell at 300 if there's some going for 250 and not selling up until the last minute? Is the right wing from the U.S. fast? Yes, it's the fastest. That's where we have Weah. You'll have Pulisic on the left side with the ball injury, so you might be a little slower. Lazy buyers, yes and no. So when I say pick up for 150 and I'm selling for 300, most of the time when I'm doing that, that's when I'm trying to get a full transfer list, not look at the players' prices and see how many sell. So yes, lazy listing would be part of that. If you're trying to see the lowest buy now, you can always compare price before you bid. If you see one for going 250 within the hour, it's not really selling quickly, don't pick that one up. So depending on your situation, what you're doing, you can tailor it to your situation. For me, I'm going to bid every card for 150 because it's an investment at the end of the day. Then anything that sells is double my coins. But if you're trying to trade right now with them and make easy coins, look for the ones that don't have bids, or even if you want to do top nations and high rate cards, if you want to bid 200, look at this. That one lowest is probably 500 within the hour. So if I bid 200, I can probably make 300 coins on them. If I have this Portuguese guy right here, 350 within the hour, 300. If I bid 200, I can make 100 coins on him. Argentina card right here, 350. I can probably sell him for 350 within the hour. If not, for 300, 100 coins right there. 450 within the hour, could list them for 400. 200 coin bid would double my coins in that one. 300 coins within the hour, 200 bid, 100 coins on that card. You see how quickly the coins add up? $300 within the hour, 200 bid, 100 coins. 350 within the hour, 350 listing, or 300. 100 to 150 coins profit. Gall's a legend, though. Don't feel bad, G. I overspent and got 18,000 FIFA points on Black Friday. Spent them all, not a single promo card. Jeez. How's the Netherlands as a country, by the way? Seems like a nice place. Aren't they super lax with drugs legalization? And have banging food? I had a couple mates take a vacation there, and they said they went to quite a few really good Michelin star rated restaurants and partaked in some activities over there. Work dies, spent 130 on Black Friday. Hey, when we talk about making a certain amount of coins, and you spending them on packs, but still being up in profit because you take your total amount of profit. And if you've spent less than you made, you're still in the green. IRL, if you make $150 a day, you spend Black Friday $130, you're still up profit, man. That's the IRL grind. That's the 9 to 5. How to grind with a 9 to 5. Let's keep it as activities. Really nice, but people always have something to explain. You mean complain? Have something to complain about? Or most of the Dutch people are stingy? Right, man? Spend all the fodder I had left after Schweinsteiger into another icon pack. Wish me luck. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully you get something better than mine. Really? Who was the Mexican coach? And who confirmed this? That sucks, man. That's heartbreaking for Mexico. The crazy thing is, I know so many Mexicans who are also huge Messi fans and wanted to see both things happen. And Messi couldn't provide for Mexico. Unbelievable. Is that the Tino? Never been to England. I think it's nice. See, I get shit from people when I say I want to go to England and I want to go to the north of England. I feel like anyone will give me crap anywhere I go. If I go to Sunderland, people are going to make fun of me. If I go to London, people are going to make fun of me. I feel like I won't win. Romano confirmed it. Fabrizio. So, Chelsea are most likely going to get in Nkunku. That looks basically official. Tata Martino leaves Mexico. He's set to part ways with the national team contract terminated for the head coach. As he announced, the contract ended as soon as the referee blew the whistle. Yeah, it sounds like it was up in the air anyways. Whoever the new coach of Mexico is going to be has a tall order for the next 4 years. I'm assuming they're going to hire for the future. They're going to need to make a huge effort with Liga MX, with the Comne Bowl, with just CONCACAF, with setting up for the World Cup, the cities that are going to host the stadiums, the MLS, where their players are playing, youth development, financial situation. Getting to the round of 16 would have been great for a financial situation for Mexico. They need to catch up with the youth development that the United States is because their squad is aging. And a lot of their youth is choosing to go to the United States because you got a lot of dual citizens who are choosing the United States over Mexico now. Which I hope the best for Mexico, man. I really want the best version of Mexico. I'm kind of scared for them these next couple of years. You're going to see a lot of people start retiring. You're going to see the Ochoas, kind of those veteran players who have experience in the World Cups, no longer be playing at the top levels. It's going to be sad to see, man. I really want to see them rebuild well. Same with Canada. I want to see Canada continue to improve on where they're at. Best team in the CONCACAF by far in qualifications. Got a little unlucky with group placement and just results in the World Cup, but I have no doubt in 4 years, you're going to see not only South America ball out, you're going to see North America ball out when it comes to the World Cup. I think you're going to see a better version of Canada. I think you're going to see the best version of the United States to date. I think you're going to see a recovering Mexico that for failing to qualify for the round of 16 the first time in like the past, crazy amount of World Cups. I think they'll come back stronger than they were this year. Mexico's a country I really want to see do well. When you say fuck America, do you mean fuck the United States or fuck the America as a whole, as in North America? I get confused by that. Like the whole CONCACAF. How much are the North American FA paying you for all this shit? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, on a side note, hey, if you guys want to come to the World Cup in 2026, we'd love to sell you some tickets. USA national team, yeah. No, I'll say this. As an American, United States is a very easy target, literally and figuratively. I think the way the United States comes off as a country outside of just even sports is very cocky, very full of themselves, very much we're the focus of the world, we're the best, yada yada. I think a lot of people take that the wrong way. And a lot of people hate that. So that makes sense. But from a football end perspective, I think the amount of talk the United States have is starting to finally catch up. And we're seeing a team develop at rapid paces compared to where we used to be. I think that's very exciting. I'm saving money for the 2026 World Cup. I hope I don't get shot. Bro, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go to a World Cup game. I think the closest stadium to me is like 10 hours away. Football needs to be popular in the United States. The issue is, it is, but it's not the most popular sport. If we looked up viewership and just kind of popularity in the United States, I think actual football is like 4th. You have American football, you got basketball, you got baseball, you got those sorts. Canada and the United States, you have hockey. But outside of that, you got to understand, football is a very popular sport still. And the amount of people in the United States compared to other countries, a very popular sport. You got to think about how diverse the United States is. It's a melting pot, depending on where you live. You got a lot of European influence in the Midwest, especially where I live. You got a huge Polish population. You got a huge German population. Most states in the Midwest, and then if you go south near the border, you got a huge Mexican and Hispanic population. Football is a huge sport for them in the communities, but I think the issues are a lot of the times you have a lot of athletes. If you're trying to pick a sport, soccer, aka football, is not the sport you're going with. People are choosing other sports, but also too, if you're a parent, you don't have the most money in the world. The way the soccer system's set up in the United States, aka football, is very expensive if you want to play for good academies or you want to go to good clubs. What I would love to see is people make investments into the players rather than have to pay. So if someone's talented, you have them try out. And if they don't have the money to pay for the team, you have scholarships or you have someone pay for it. That way you have the best talent rather than just who can pay money. That's a very frustrating thing. And I feel like Africa is going through the same thing. Because people give Africa or African players a lot of shit for choosing to play for European countries over Africa. But I think more of the blame has to do with the actual footballing countries in Africa. How they try to go about getting people to play for them. There's been, I think, 4 or 5 different stories I've heard of players getting shit from their home African countries because they chose to play for a European country. Almost every single one of them has said they wanted to play for their country, but they had to pay an X amount of money, and they didn't have the money, and in Europe you could play for free. So I think things like that you really have to pay attention to. If that's what it's going to take to get more players to want to play for Africa teams, maybe Africa needs to change their structure of how they're going about getting their players. Yeah, it's in America, North America. So you have stadiums in Canada, United States, and Mexico are going to share. So all 3 teams qualify. I don't know how that works with CONCACAF, though. So CONCACAF for qualification for this World Cup that we're currently playing, Canada, United States, and Mexico got top 3. Would it be only one spot that's open through playoffs? Because that's how Costa Rica got in, is they were 4th in CONCACAF. Therefore, they qualified through playoffs against, I believe it was New Zealand, in the Oceanic game. How would that work with CONCACAF? Would there be a whole new top 3 that would get selected? Or would there only be that one slot open? Because typically it's just a single country. I've never seen it where it's 3. That's weird. I'm excited for it, but I think it's unprecedented. Unless we've seen it, I just didn't realize it. Because the United States hosted, what, the 80s? Or the 90s? It was just the United States. No, it's going to be amazing. Absolutely. It's definitely going to be better than Qatar. Yeah, the stadiums will be great. So they're trying to decide where they want to play the final. There's a couple stadiums that can seat over 100,000. That would be sick. A lot of stadiums that can do 70K, 80K. Depending on construction that's done, or the exact stadium that's going to be hosted, I'm curious to see if they choose to build out any. Because I know the cities are selected. I don't know if stadiums are selected by this point. There's AT&T Stadium. Yep, that's a good one. Got the LA Rams Stadium, which is the SoFi Stadium. That can sit, I think, minimum of 70K. It can expand up to over 100K, though. So that could potentially be a place for the final. That's where the LA Rams play. AT&T Stadium sits 80K minimum. I think they can expand it up to 100,000 as well. That's where the Dallas Cowboys play. You got a ton of football, American football stadiums. You got a ton of baseball stadiums. You got a ton of even MLS stadiums that can fit quite a bit. Atlanta's stadium. Atlanta SC Stadium. Capacity. Can fit 71,000. It can expand over 75,000. It's a Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yep. Do you guys think the Super League will exist before like 2030? You want to be serious? No joke. I currently think all the things that make the idea of a Super League bad already exist in some facets in all the top leagues in Europe. I don't think you need a league in and of itself called the Super League with all the best teams where you throw a lot of money at it to look at the money in football already in the Prem, in La Liga, Serie A little bit, in the Bundesliga, in League One, and see kind of the difference in resources. I don't think a Super League would actually happen, especially with the footballing pyramids. It'd just be too much negative backlash and wouldn't be worth it. I think there's a point you're going to see more tournaments, like more legit tournaments. I don't know if you'd call it the Super League, but that would be more of a thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's tough. I feel like money in football is needed because money in football drives a lot of things. It drives the resources to play, to pay players in order to have them. Yo. What's up? Check what? If we have ketchup in the closet? Yeah, one sec. Where would it be? Champions League? Let's be real. The Prem is the Super League. True. It's the reason Real Madrid and all the other foreign clubs are so desperate to make the Super League. We have relegated teams getting paid 100 mil. It's too far. Yeah, that's the thing with the difference between relegation Prem teams and top-level championship is a lot of the time the top-level championship teams get promoted right back because they have resources that the other championship teams don't. Yeah, and the relegated teams are getting paid more than the other league winners. True. Prem teams are spending so much money than La Liga. Well, that's an issue too, right? Like, we all make fun of Barca for the financial situations they put themselves in. But realistically, like, moving forward, if all else stays the same, I don't know how other leagues are going to match the spending of the Prem besides League One, PSG, essentially. And people will give crap to PSG for overspending players or just buying out a team. But it's like you look at the Prem, and I feel like everyone else is overpaid too. And coming off a World Cup, I have no doubt that's going to be the case as well. And like the issue I have with that personally, for example, let's use United as an example here. The idea of the Glazers having money and resources for Manchester United, I think people like the money that it gives United. And kind of the business aspect of it. However, I feel like there's a disconnect between how the Glazers run the club versus how the fans want it to be. And that's where you run into issues. The business side doesn't mesh exactly well with the footballing side. I think the issue with management, especially when it comes to owning a club, is typically the more money that people pour into these clubs, the less connected they're actually going to be. Because the people with the most resources aren't the best footballing-wise to make decisions. So the more money, the more chance it's going to be of being corrupt, or the people with the money are going to reach out to people who they believe have the footballing knowledge to run it. And I really don't see any way to avoid that. And honestly, the way I see the MLS coming a better league, besides the youth of the United States getting better and better, like the academy aspect, I truly see them having each team spend even more money to get even more European players over before their career's over. Or to even get a better start in the United States than maybe they would in a league outside of the Prem. Like, I think that would be the marketing point that a lot of MLS teams would go for, is instead of going to the championship, instead of going to the Bundesliga, instead of going to the Serie A, instead of going to League One, come to the MLS and push for the Prem. The more scouts you get there, the more coaching pipelines you get there, all that stuff could lead to it. Kind of like you have right now in the Netherlands with the Eredivisie, and in Portugal with the Liga NOS, aka Liga Portugal. You have kind of that set up foundations with the top teams there producing talent that constantly gets bought out. Prices nowadays are way too high, which leads to a lot of different factors. The inflation in football is crazy. Especially with the new interest the Prem's getting in America. Yep. Losers have never put a penny in the club. They got the club for free and spent the money the club makes while losing us millions on interest and debt they bought on us. Yep. Exactly. All right. I got to go, guys. Thank you so much for chilling today. Awesome conversations. We'll be back tomorrow with more player picks, more grinding. We'll get the final 86 plus hero done tomorrow. All good players from actually getting bought. Yeah. And like that's the issue I see with Eredivisie football, is not necessarily that you're not producing talent. It's the talent never stays in the league. Which then the question has to be asked, how good would the league be if a lot more people stayed? But a lot of people use the league as a stepping stone to get to the Prem, right? Or to get to that huge contract. So how can we expect a league like the Eredivisie to be considered one of the top leagues if none of their talent can stay there? How do you expect like the MLS to ever grow in popularity if you're not actively buying players to come to the league rather than produce players that leave. It's going to be very difficult. And that's why the Prem stays so relevant, because the Prem is the top of the England footballing pyramid, the amount of money in it, and the kind of prestige it has as well. Like, people would be stupid to not do that. If you are an Eredivisie club owner, why wouldn't you sell your players for a crap ton of money than they're worth to a Prem team just to find 3 more in your youth academies that will do the same thing? By accident, I want to let him go. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to head out. Bye-bye.